what are the different steps we have to follow in the tabulation method. Till now, everything is clear to all? I think it's clear. Okay. So we created second comparison table. Okay. So in the second comparison table, here again we will check. We will what we have to do. We have to group them according to the number of ones. Then we have to compare group n with group n plus one, and then we have to put a dash mark for the variables for while comparing group n with n plus one group with the min terms. So we will consider only those combination of min terms for which only one variable change is there. Okay, one variable change is there, then at that one variable change position we will put a dash mark. So we have done in the first group. This is the here one more thing we will check whether further comparison is possible between the different groups or not. So we'll see between group 0, group 1, then group 1 with group 2, and group 2 with group 3. So here we'll see 0 1 with 1 3, we will check 0 1 with 1 9, then 0 1 with 8 9. Again we will check 0 8 with 1 3, then with 1 9, and then 8 9, and then we'll check out those min terms combination for which only one variable change is there. Okay, so these are the different steps. So after doing this, I created one more table which is having 3 number of groups. Now we will again try to find out whether further comparison is possible or not. So we see this is group n, this is group n plus 1, and we'll try to compare 0 1 8 9 with 1 3 9 11. If you see here, the dash is here 0 0, but here 0 dash and dash 1. It is not possible because these are the same terms, so we can omit this term. We don't need to recheck again. Okay, we'll check this with this. We'll see dash 0 0 dash and dash 1. This is also not possible. So actually these two terms are also same. These two terms are also same. So only from each group we will take one term. So from here check 3 7 11 15. So if we check here dash 0 dash 1 and 1 1, it is not possible. So from this we conclude that this is the final table in this particular example. Okay, so what else we have to do after you finalize till the time you find out the final comparison table? So here what we have to do, we have to check that any redundant terms are there or not. This is the redundant term, this is also the redundant term, this is also the redundant term. So we don't need to consider these terms because these are the same terms. So we have this term, this term, we have this term. So what I have already said that whatever min terms or whatever combination of min terms have not been checked, those terms we will put star mark with those terms. Okay, so now this is not possible, so I have put a star mark here. So whatever terms are having star marks, those terms will make the prime implicant. So now meaning of this check sign, what if any of the min terms in any of the group do not have any check sign, that means that those min terms will make the prime implicant in all the tables. See, suppose this is the possibility that this is not compared with any of the min terms of any of next group. So this will make the prime implicant. But here in this particular example, each min terms is having only one change. So all the min terms have been checked here. But here in the last table here, we have no possibility of further checking. So these are the these terms will make the min terms. How this term will make the min terms? Okay, dash indicates that that particular variable is not available while making the prime implicant. Okay, here is also dash here. This is 0. This is 0. So the prime implicant for this group 1, group 0 is B dash C dash. Okay. Again, this is this is same, so we will not use this. For the next group, what will be the prime implicant? B dash D. This B dash D. For the second term, what will be the min term? This is for the group 2. What will be the prime implicant? This is not min term. This is prime implicant. So it will be CD. Okay. From the last table, we find out, not from the last table, from all the tables actually. From all the tables, we check whatever, which min terms or the combination of min terms is having the star marks. So those star marked min terms will form the prime implicant. So in here, only the third table, there is no possibility of further checking for the further comparison. So here only last table contains the prime implicants. Okay, so we already know that after finding out the prime implicants, what is our intended what is our main motive to find out the essential prime implicant, because the essential prime implicants are the terms which makes that particular Boolean expression in the minimum form. So we want our Boolean expression to be minimized. Okay, so we have because this is very simple example. Only we here we have only 3 prime implicants, but if the complexity is increased, so then multiple number of prime implicants we can get. So among those multiple prime implicant, we have to find out the essential prime implicant. Okay, so the next task is, after grouping, after finding out the prime implicants, there is a last step that we have to make the prime implicant table. Okay, so this is the prime implicant table. Okay, here in a prime implicant table, we'll see B dash C dash B dash D C D. These are the prime implicants. So here, the first column indicate the prime implicant term. Second, related to the combination of min terms for which makes this prime implicant, and in the third one, we have to take the min terms for which your Boolean expression is true. Okay, here of this min terms which make the prime implicant. In the third, we have to take individual min terms which makes that Boolean expression true. Okay, so here 0, 1, 3, 7, 8, 9, 11, 15. These are the min terms which make this this Boolean expression true. Okay, so now what we have to do? We have to put a cross mark for those min terms for which we have to cross mark for that prime implicant. Whatever min term belongs to that particular prime implicant, we have to put a cross mark at that position. Okay, so here we have 0, so we'll check B dash C dash. We'll see 0, 1, 8, 9. Here this min terms belong to this prime implicant combination, so we will put a star mark, a cross mark. Okay, here 1 also belong to this B dash C dash and B dash D, so we'll put a cross mark. Again we'll take 3 belongs to B dash D and CD, so we'll put a cross mark. 7 belongs to only CD. 8 belongs to only B dash C dash, and 9 belongs to B dash C dash B dash D. 11 belongs to B dash D and CD, and 15 only with the related to only CD prime implicate. Okay, so we have identified which min terms are part of which prime implicants. Okay, after doing this, we have to check which min term is part of only one prime implicant. We have to highlight those min terms. Okay, next step, first identifying which min terms belong to which prime implicant, then we have to find out which min terms belong to only one prime implicants. So now see here, 0 if we see here downward, it belongs to only b dash c dash, so I have encircled here. 8, it belongs to b dash c dash also. This again, 7 is also belongs to only cd. Okay, 15 cd. Okay, so draw a horizontal line here. Okay, or this in this b dash c dash, 0 and 8 has been covered. Okay, here in the cd, 7 and 15 has been covered. So in the first phase of finding out the essential prime implicant from the prime implicant table, we found out there are two prime implicants table. There are two prime implicants which contains only one min terms. Okay, so those prime implicant will make the essential prime implicant. Okay, b dash c dash and cd. Among these three prime implicants, we found out two essential prime implicants. Okay, what about b dash d? How to check whether it is this is the first level. In this first level, we found out that b dash c dash and cd is the essential implicants. Now we will check b dash d is, can we do we need to take the b dash d in the final in the minimized expression or not? So for this, delete this because we have already check this thing. Okay, and this. Now again, follow the same step. Which min terms belongs to only one prime implicant, because only one prime implicant is remaining here. Okay, so we'll see from this rule, we can say that b dash d should also be the part of the essential prime implicant. But now you have to check the decimal terms which makes this essential, this prime implicant, 1, 3, 9, 11. So if we see here, if we observe here, 1, 3, 9, 11 is also part of 0, 1, 8, 9 and 3, 7, 11, 15. 1 is part of b dash c dash, 3 is part of cd, 9 is part of 9 and 11 is part of cd. So this will not come into the essential prime implicant, so we can omit this. Okay, so first level we have to find out the essential prime implicant. Then after deleting those prime implicants and those min terms, we have to identify which min term belong to only one prime implicant. After identifying that thing, we have to check the combination of the decimal, whether those min terms combination has already been included in the essential first phase of the essential prime implicant. Then if it is part of first phase of the essential prime implicant, then we can omit that thing. Okay, so this is the way by which we can find out the minimized expression for that particular complex Boolean expression. Okay, so the minimized expression will be b dash c dash plus cd. Clear? Any doubt?
Ma'am, if there is only one, how do I say it? If there is only one min term which is not part of other prime implicant, then that prime implicant will be a essential prime implicant, right?
Yes, yes.
One itself is enough.
If it
Like
is, see, only we
in
have
G
to
dash
check
C dash
the,
we
okay,
have
okay.
two, right?
Also, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. Suppose you are saying that, suppose this is not the part, okay, this is not the part of this Boolean expression,
Yeah.
okay, and we see that only this one is the part of this min term belongs to CD only. Then also we will take this.
Okay.
This is, this will also valid for this. At least we have to find out the midterms only. This belongs to one prime implicants. So whether it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever number of midterms belongs to that thing, that doesn't matter.
Yes.
We have to identify those midterms. This is the first level, okay. So because here in this particular, this is in this particular example, two midterms were the part of one prime implicant. So that's so this is just a coincidence.
Yes.
If it is not the part, this is, suppose this is not here, so only one prime implicant 0, the only one midterm is part of this thing, so we will also take this.
Yes.
Okay.
Ma'am, the question they gave the
Yes.
midterms, right? In the starting.
Yes.
That 0, 1,
Yes.
3, 7, something like that. So what is the
Yes.
expression equivalent to that?
What this is the expression. This given is in terms of the midterm. So the
No,
Boolean
this one.
expression, the minimized Boolean expression is this one: b dash c dash plus cd.
Yeah, yeah. The minimized one is this one. But in the question they gave
Yes.
something, right? That midterm starting we had 0, 1, 3, 7, few numbers.
Yes. Yes.
What's the expression equivalent to that?
Okay.
Yeah, this one.
A dash. Okay. Okay. A dash, b dash, c dash, d dash. Okay. Plus
That is 0.
1. Yes.
Okay, okay.
0, for which how we will indicate in terms of the variable for
Okay, okay.
those min terms, how we will okay. So according to that, that will be, this is the summation of the min terms, no?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Got it.
Okay, so we can write in that way or this way. Both things are valid. Okay, in some question they will provide you some expression. Okay, so you have to convert that Boolean function in terms of the min term only. Then only you can apply this method. Here they have it is given in terms of the min terms, but possibility that there will be some complex Boolean expression. So we have to convert that Boolean expression in terms of the min terms, and then after finding out the min terms, we will group them and then compare them and then find out the prime implicants. Clear?
Yes.
It's clear now. Okay.
Can
So
we do
if
a
you
problem?
notice here, what?
Can we do a problem, like, so that we can
Yes.
play it?
Okay. 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 Let me first see. There is one more thing. Actually, in the K-map method, we have min terms. The expression is given in terms of the min terms and also in terms of the don't care condition. So let me explain how do we consider the don't care condition. Okay. So see. Okay, do one thing. Suppose this, don't consider this. Okay. Forget this. So, now take this example and then try to find out the midterms. Can you do this?
I'll try.
Okay. Take 4 minutes and try to find out, and you tell me what will be the final expression.
Ma'am, we'll have to remember, ma'am, that 7 means it is 0, 1, 1, 1 in binary. Like,
Where?
okay.
From where are you deleting? Because here 2, 3, 7, 9, 11, 15 are there, no?
Yes, ma'am. So, like for
Yeah.
7, we'll have to remember it is 0, 1, 1, 1, and we'll have to put it in group 3.
Yes. You have to indicate in terms of the binary variables. How will you put a check mark if you don't know the change in
Yeah,
the only one bit position? Okay, so we have to represent in terms of the binary.
very
This is
long.
necessary. Yes, it is very long process. But it is very efficient process actually. If we do using the KMAP method, it requires a lot of efforts, a lot of your ability to identify the number of groups, maximum number of groups. So sometimes we miss to identify those groups. In this process, it is not this is not a problem. Only the thing is that this takes a lot of time, but this is the efficient method.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so here let's try to do what we have to do. We have to group them. Okay, so this is A, this is B, this is C, and this is D. Okay, so because here don't care conditions are given, I have considered this particular example to explain about the don't care condition. Okay. So okay, we'll consider without those don't care conditions. Okay, so it starts from 2, 3, 7, 9, 11, 15. Okay, 2, 3, 7, 9, 11, 15. So there is no group 0. Okay. So group 1 it starts from, it will start from group 1. One, 2, 3, and 4. So now we have to find out which min term belong to which group. Okay. So okay. So we'll see 2. 2 is indicated by 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0. Okay. There is no other min term which belongs to group 1. Okay. Next is group 2. Here it is 3. Here it is indicated by 0, 0, and 1, 1. Okay. In group 2, one more part is 9. Okay. 9 is also belongs to this 1, 0, 0, 1. Next is group 3. The part of group 3 is 7. 0, 1, 1, and 1. Is next is 11. 1, 0, 1, 1, and next is 13. 1, 1, 0, 1. Next is 15, which is part of group 4. We will take this 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay. So now we have created this thing. Okay. Now we will check group 1 with group 2, group 2 with group 3, group 3 with group 4. Okay. So we'll try to find out. We'll check this 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1. Okay. So in the next table, what will be the terms in group 1? See, we have compared this 0, 0, 1, dash. Okay. So here 2 and 3 makes this thing 2 and 3 tick mark. Okay. This has been compared. 2 and 9. Group 2 belongs to, okay, this is also in the group 2. Okay. 2 and 9. We will compare 2 and 9. 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, and 0, 1. It's not possible. Okay. We'll see 3 with 7 if it is possible or not. So only in group 1 only one member is there. Next we will check group 2. 3 with 7. Yes.
2 and we are not considering don't care. Huh?
You are not taking who don't care?
2 and 10. We are
Your
not
voice
comparing.
is breaking.
Ma'am, 2 and 10, ma'am.
2 and 10. Yeah, 10. You don't need to take this 10 because okay. In this particular example, I have considered a don't care condition actually. 1 and 10 will also the part of this thing. 1, 10, 15. But if you want to do some practice, you don't need to, because you don't know how to use the don't care. Or let me explain how to do the don't care condition. Then you will come to know. Okay. Then we'll take one example. Right?
Ma'am,
Is it okay?
15 we have taken.
You will have you taken the 15 too?
Ma'am, you have taken
Okay.
15.
Yeah. Okay. We don't need to take this. Yeah, sure. Okay, only 3 groups will be there. Okay, it is clear?
Yes.
Okay. See, so 3 will be checked with 7. What will be the combination? Tell me. Now tell me. Is it possible? 3, 7? 0? 0?
Yes, ma'am.
0, 1, 1. Yes, it is possible. 0 dash 1, 1. Okay? So 3 with 7. Next is? Tell me. Next
3
is
with
what?
11. 3 with 11.
3 with 11. 3 with 11. Okay. What will be the representation?
Dash 0 1.
What will be the 7 is checked. 0. 3 with 11.
Dash 0 1 1.
Dash. Yes. Dash 0 1 1. Dash 0 1 1. Next is 3 with 11. Next is Next is what?
9 with 11.
9 with 11. It will part of the group 2. Okay. Nine with 11. 11 will check this. 9 with 11. 1 1 0 dash 1. 1 1 0 dash 1 1 1 0 dash 1. Okay. 1 0 dash 1. Is it correct? 1 0 dash 1.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next is okay. The next.
9 with 13.
Is there any possibility? 9 with 13. Okay. What will be the combination? What?
1 dash 0 1.
9 with 13. 1 dash 0 1. Okay. 1 dash 0 1. Any other possibility? 9 with 13. Any other possibility?
10 and 11. 10 and 11.
10, we will not consider 10 because this is the part of 10 is the part of don't care.
Oh, okay.
For now, we will not take the don't care terms. We are taking for the understanding purpose. Okay, so we are not taking this thing because you want to do some practice. That's why we are considering this without the don't care terms. Okay, so we have all the terms here have been checked. Okay, nothing is left here. Is it possible that we can compare 3 with 13? 0 1 0 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 1 0 1 1. Okay, we missed this thing. 3 and 13.
Ma'am, 3 and 13.
No, ma'am, not possible. Ma'am.
Not possible? 0 0 1 1 1 1 0 1. No, okay, not possible. Okay, fine. Yeah, okay. So only two tables. is there. Only two groups are there. Okay. Next, what will be the next? Here nothing is with the star mark. Okay, so it will not no term will be the part of prime implicant. Next is what and is there any possibility of further checking? Tell me. Try to find out that thing.
That's all, ma'am.
Possibility is there. Okay, see. Now tell me which term. Okay, fine. So which you can so tell me 0 this 2 3 will be compared with 3 7. Is it possible? 2 3 with 3 7. Possibility is there? Because only one group will be formed here, no? Group 1. Okay. So now tell me what will be the combination? Is it possible? This, if we compare this with this 0 0 1 dash and 0 dash 1 1. 0 0, this is changed, this is changing. No possibility. Okay. Now we will check this with this 0 0 1 dash and 0 0 1 1. 0 0 1 dash. Okay. So 0 0 1 dash and 0 0 1 1. 0 0 1 and dash. Okay. Is it possible? 2 3 3 7. 2 3 3 7. So 3 terms.
Ma'am, 2 3 3 7 is not possible, right?
2 3 3 7 not possible. 0 0 okay 2 3 3 11. Okay 3 11. Okay 2 3 3 11. Yeah. 0 0 1 1.
2 3 3 11 also. First column 0 to dash, and then at the last column dash.
Okay, it is dash. Okay, it is dash. It is not possible. Okay, right. I thought it is 0. Fine. Next is 0 0 1 0 0 1 dash dash 1. Is it possible? Not possible. Next is 0 1 0 dash 0 0 0 1 0 dash 1 0 dash 1. No possibility. Okay, so this is the final table. According to me, it is final table. Now you tell me.
Yes, ma'am. Fine.
Okay. So nothing is no min-term combination is here checked off. So here all the terms are with the star mark. Okay. Everything is with the star mark. Now can you tell me the prime implicants?
Ma'am, what is that star
Whatever.
prime implicant?
Okay, star mark indicates that these terms have not been checked off. There is no possibility that there is no possibility of only one variable change. Okay, from one group to another group, another successive group. So here we have checked here. We checked 2 3 with 3 7. It's not been checked because only one there is no it is not possible that only one variable is changing here. Here one variable is not changed. Okay, we'll check. We'll see 2 3 with 3 11. This is not this also has not been checked. So and so on. No term has been checked with group n with group n plus 1. This is the fundamental principle. We have to compare n with n plus 1, and n is here 1 and n plus 1 is 2. Only two groups are here, so only one possibility is here. But here after seeing the boundary representation, we didn't find any of the terms which in which the the only one variable change is occurring. So no terms has been checked off. So unchecked those min terms we will put a star mark with those min terms combinations. Okay, in the first table everything was checked. Okay, in the second table nothing, there is no possibility of any checking, because one there is no combination which is having only one variable change. So that's why we are putting a star mark here. That's why I said that don't forget to put a star mark whenever you see on one variable change. So that's why we put a star here, a we check off here. Okay, so now what happens, this star mark indicate that this will form the prime implicants. Okay, so when it forms the prime implicants, what will be the prime implicants in terms of the variables? Tell me, in terms of the variable, what will be the prime in terms of the variables?
A dash B dash C.
Okay, first is A dash B dash C. Next one is A dash
CD.
CD. Next is B dash
B dash CD.
CD. Next is
A B dash
A B dash C. A B dash D.
D.
Okay. Next is A C dash D. A C dash D, because we didn't consider the don't care condition, so we got so many of min terms. So this will is the problem. Okay, and the combination which shows which belongs to this prime implicant is 2 3 here, 3 7 here, 3 11, this is 3 11. Next is 9 11 and 9 13. Okay, next is what? Okay, we have done this. Now we have to take in the next column 2 3 7 9 Okay, so now we'll see here. We'll make the prime implicant table. Okay, so this is min terms. This will make the min terms. This will make the prime implicant. This will in the decimal terms. Okay, so what is the prime implicant? Tell me, prime implicants. What are the different prime implicants? Pi. Tell me. A dash B dash C.
A dash B dash C.
A dash B dash C. It is
A dash B D.
2 3. 2 3.
Okay.
Okay. Next is
A dash C D.
A dash C D.
Yeah. That's
A
3
dash
7.
C D 3 7. Here
And then B dash C D.
B dash C D
3 11.
3 11. Okay. Next is
A B dash D.
A. Yeah, tell me A dash A B.
A B dash D. That's 9 11.
A B dash D. Okay. A B dash D 9 11.
And then A C dash D. That's 9 13.
A C dash D.
Yeah.
A C dash D with 9 13.
9 13. Yeah.
Okay. 9 13. What are the midterms? Midterms? 3 2 3 2 3 7 9 11 and 13. Okay. So now what we have to do? We have to put a star. We have to put a cross mark there at the position. Okay. So we'll see here. This is, and no. Okay. Here, this one. Here in the next, this one and this one. Next is this one and this one, and next is this and this. Now what is the what is the rule? We have to find out the min term which belongs to only one. We have to find out the min terms which belongs to only prime implicant, and we have to encircle this. This is encircled. Okay. Next is what? Which one? 7. This one, and next is 13. Okay. So can you identify those essential prime implicant? Essential prime implicant. This one make the essential prime implicant. This one make the essential prime implicant, and this one also make the prime implicant. Clear? Clear? Any doubt? So in the first phase, what will be the prime implicant? A dash, B dash, C, and A dash, C, D, and A C dash, D. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
This C dash D. Okay. Next is what? What we have to delete those things. Okay. So we will delete. Here, delete this thing. Delete this, and delete these things. Okay. This one also will be deleted. This one also will be deleted. Okay. So now next we have to identify those terms which are having only one min terms. Now tell me which remaining are these two are remaining. So we have to find out whether they makes the min terms, or they minimizes the expression or not. Okay, so here we see here this and this belong to only this one. Okay, and this belong to only one. So both here in this particular example, both terms will make the essential prime implicate. Okay, here in the second phase of the finding out the essential prime implicant, because we saw that this 3 and this 9. Okay, this 3 and this 9 is part of B dash, C dash, and AB dash D. And now we have what we have to do. We have to check this 3 11 and this 9 11 has already been included in the first phase of the finding out the essential prime implicant. So we see that 3 and 9 has been checked, but 11 is not does not belong to any of the terms. Okay, so what we can do, we have to take any of the terms will make the essential prime implicant. Okay, so because what we have to do, we have to take all the min terms, we have to check all the min terms. Okay, so here remaining min term is 11. So here whether we can take B dash, C dash, or AB dash, both will make the will become the part of the essential prime implicant. Okay, so if we take both 3 is also part of already 3 is already this 3 is part of these two essential prime implicant, and 9 is part of this one essential prime implicant. So only among these two, only one thing we can take to make the essential prime implicant. So okay, so A dash, B dash, C, A dash, C D, A C dash D, and A B dash D or B dash C D will make the essential prime implicant. Clear?
Ma'am, for 11 only we are taking one of those two, right?
Yes. For 11 only. We have to check this. Why we are writing this the combination of decimal? Because we have to find out that whether those terms has been already these terms are already part of the previous essential prime implicant terms or not. Okay, because if we consider all the terms, then the minimized expression will be very big. So to minimize the expression, we have to check these things too. Okay, so check that those min terms which make this prime implicant, those terms are already part of the first phase of essential prime implicants or not. This decides the second stage of the finding out the essential prime implicant. Okay, so in this example, 4 terms we found out the 4 terms. So without the use of the don't care condition, but if we utilize the don't care condition, there is a advantage that we can minimize lesser number of terms we will find out while using the don't care terms. So okay, so this is your task. You have to do it by yourself. The principle is that, see, take all the don't care terms in the grouping. Okay, take all the min terms while grouping and while comparing. So after comparing, after finding out the last table for which no further comparison is not possible, so you find out, then after finding out the last table, you see the unchecked terms. Take those unchecked terms as the prime implicant. Next is while making the prime implicant table. There is only one difference while making the prime implicant table. Here in the last in the prime implicant table, we take three terms: prime implicant and the combination of the decimal, which makes the prime implicant, and the min terms. Okay, so in the last min terms column, we have to take only min terms for which that binary expression is true, and we don't need to take those terms which make the don't care terms. Okay, don't care terms we are using only for the grouping and comparing person, but in prime implicant table we don't consider the min terms. This is the only difference, and then the same process we will follow. We will cross them, we will encircle them, and then we try to find out the essential prime implicant. This is the difference. So can you try this? So in the next lecture we'll see how to use the don't care terms to minimize that expression using the tabulation method. Any doubt till now? Any doubt? No? Pavitra? Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So in the next lecture, we see the don't care condition, and we also see how to implement the Boolean expression using the universal gates. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
What, she's not telling bye another.
Yeah, she just left.
What, Sanjay? You're so silent.
Who cares? What?
You're so silent today.
भाई मेरे को
This class.
What, Sanjay?
If I understand something, then I can speak something. If nothing, I can't speak anything, right?
कुछ समझ में नहीं आता भाई क्या पढ़ा रही है.
Yeah,
Ask
these
Noda.
min-terms and all is so
She's
confusing.
not going to scold or something. You pay
वही तो तुम
money
लोग
to
पूछ
her.
सकते हैं ना. मेरे समझ अगर नहीं आ रहा तो you can ask, no, ask and
Yeah.
get things clear. You
That's
can,
right.
she can repeat.
भाई पूछने के लिए भी
Anyways,
कुछ आना भाई.
एक तरह से